Okay, so, plan is we're gonna get to the top of this tower, but we're not gonna beat the boss tonight, because that is the, like, perfect stopping point. Old man! What are you doing here? You shall not pass! I am Gabriel the Grey. What? I've always wanted to stand dramatically on a bridge and say that. That's a fun reference. I like this guy. He's got gusto. Anywho, let's see. So yeah, we're gonna try and clear this place out a little bit. I don't think we'll have the surfboard. I don't know. But yeah, I don't want to go too far. I don't want to outpace poor Shell just because I'm not actually sure who I should go for. It doesn't matter. We can just immediately go back and heal. Let's see. But yeah, Shell sounds meh. Ouch, glass got wrecked. That's fine. Let's see. Do we grab bad bug? Grab gas bag. Problem is, a lot of the Temtem that I actually like care to grab and use are not for a while. And so we're just gonna have to make do with a couple that I do care about. I should probably look real quick while we're here. Question: does Kaku evolve? Is there anything about it evolving? Temtem, Is there a Tem list? There's a tier list? What is that? No. Back to the abyss! So Saku is the final form. Huh. Interesting, there's some kind of weird tier list based on winners. Aw. Ganku's evolution looks really cute. I'll have to look at it more later. Okay, what else have we got here? Nothing? Nah. This guy. Look at that, Windward Fort. Who knows how old that thing is? I can hear it can be pretty dangerous inside, too. Windward Fort? Right there, first time I saw it as a kid. Spooked the heck out of me. I was only 7, but I could sense something creepy about the place. And now I can feel it too, stranger. Beware of Windward Fort. What's inside? Wild Temtem, wicked people, ghosts of old kings, who knows? It's not a place one enters idly. Tread carefully. It's fight, not talk. Fair enough. Okay, let's see. It's all birds, all the way to... Yep, that's a mistake. Honestly, super tempting to just switch out glass for something better. But there's that. Okay. I will admit, people highlighting messages on my stream, I actually can't read them. Because I've increased the font with Better Twitch TV, and it actually makes all highlighted messages layer over themselves, so it's just like the top half of every letter. And then the very final line is the only one that's actually readable. So, delusional! Oh, sentimental when delusional. Uh-oh. This message suddenly got a lot more concerning now that I've actually bothered to read part of it. I'm sure it's okay, but still. I guess reading the whole thing is, even when you're feeling down, there are people who care about you and stuff. Yeah. Lifts up the spirits and gives one hold. What the hell is hold? I have no idea. I'm going to grab it instead of hypnosis. So I'm not really using it. And chain lightning. There it is. Let's get rid of nimble. What you're saying is you can talk behind my back. Yes. Let's see. Can I do Chain Lightning? I can do Chain Lightning. Cheer up. Well, I have no idea what that did. I should probably... Oh. It zapped glass. Oh, because it goes from left to right. Well, let's see. Babug? Nah, let's just throw on Nyx. Yeah, I gotta remember that. Some of these group attacks will actually screw me over. Well, now I know. Can't believe I made that mistake. And we can go immediately back out because... Ouch! Still kind of the question of, do I even care about leveling up my Parek? Does Parek evolve? Because I'm honestly more interested in getting higher tier evolutions. Oh, Volarend. Maybe? It looks about right. There's got to be... let's see, not type chart. Though type chart would be useful. Maybe if I just do Temtem. Okay, so Ori, Zaubon, Platypet. Which I gotta figure out where to get Platypet, because Platypet is cute. So Swally does not evolve past. Totoro doesn't... Maybe Totoro does, because there's a lot of blank spaces here. Oh, Pawrek turns into Grandpa. Okay, so we'll keep it around. Bun Bun, Mudrid. Bomo turns into a Whiplump. And that's it. Scully turns into a Scunch. We should probably keep an eye out for... higher tier 1. Also, it looks like there's a very real possibility there is a third evolution on Hochik. Because it goes Hochik, Tental, and then there's an empty space afterwards. I'm just gonna get real distracted looking at the monster list just for a second. Just to see which ones evolve into what and what looks cool. I mean, Barnshee looks cool. It doesn't evolve, but it looks cool anyway. Problem is I have a mental starter, so it's not super important for me. So it was Briol. That was the one that Shell really liked. And I think she'll really like it because it looks like it turns into some kind of deer dog? Hard to say. Toxolotl. Oh, it's an axolotl, but it's poisonous and also rainbowy. Oh, that looks really cute. So Zephyruff is the one that turns into Volarend. I know Sierra is probably the weird bubble horse that I saw earlier. Anything else that I've missed? Oh, apparently 2i evolves into a bunch of different birds. It's kind of this version of Eevee. Looks like it currently only turns into a 2-vine, but still. Neat. Alright, well, it's going to be a while before I get a whole lot that I'm actually super passionate about evolving. Let's take a look at Ares. Details. Are you good at... Speed, attack, H... Yeah, actually, this sucker's pretty good. Let's get rid of Babug. I like Babug, but I just am not going to be using it that much. Gonna take a while to level him up, but that's okay. Alright, to Windward Fort. Gotta revive. Here they come again! Where's my temp card? Wait, I'm not. Let's see. I have a type chart if there's a way to post a link, or links blocked. They shouldn't be blocked by subs, but... Oh, actually, I think links are okay. I actually eased up on link posting the other day. Because we haven't had porn bots in a while, and that's the main reason why Ooh, electricity does not work on Crystal. Ooh, this is gonna go bad. Oh no, Khaki. Jackie, no. I don't remember what works well against Crystal. Well, we know Wind Burst works, so we should switch out Janky for... Was it Water? I think works well. Gas bag. I guess I was about to say, like, I'll just play this whole type chart thing by ear. But no, I've got straight up a type chart. So, Crystal is... Lightning is good against Crystal. Earth and Wind are bad against Crystal? Or... Wait. Attack or... Wait. I'm confused. Oh, no, I'm looking at Wind. Where's Crystal? No, that's mental. Which one of these is Crystal? That's Crystal. Okay, so fire is good against Crystal. Earth is good against Crystal. Electricity and mental are bad against Crystal. Fighting is good against Crystal. Poison is bad against Crystal. Oh. Alright. Let's see. Can't do a Wind Burst, can't do a Wind Blade without hurting. Yeah, could have maybe switched to the scale. He is still alive. Never mind. Knocks itself out. Aha! Oh, he's worth a lot of EXP. I'll defend myself. No, you defeated yourself. Oh, you won't? You're not one of them? Who's them? The strangers in uniforms. They barged in here like an angry scale, trashing the place and kicking everyone aside. Where can I find them? Where can't you find them? They've overrun the place. I think their leader's upstairs. She's looking for something. Who are they? I have no idea. I've never seen them before. They're not from Deniz. That's for sure. What are they looking for? I'm not sure, but I overheard one of them talking to her ladyship and assuring her that they were looking in every nook and cranny. So they must be looking for something in these ruins. Please, if you come across them, be very careful. They don't play by the rules, and their Temtem are vicious. If they win, they just throw them at you like wild beasts. Okay, took some damage there, and I want, actually, this is probably a really good place to put Nyx at front. Because Nyx is, with the exception of that, Nyx should be pretty strong against anything in the fort, at least initially. Gotta figure out how to get the scale up. I guess the other thing I could do is catch a scale in this area, but my scale ain't bad. It's just under leveled. That's why I like... Is that a shiny scale? That might be a Luma scale, actually. What is the time it takes to use moves? Take more time. Oh, makes sense. Yeah, so if any of the scales get low, I might catch them. Especially because it'll make me money. I'm not going to go out of my way for it. Because we can always catch and release later. And then it make money. See, there's shrines in this. Not that I've seen. But I'm also not entirely clear what you mean by shrines. Hey, who's there? You, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Ha! You don't get to ask questions. We do. Stand aside or else. Who do you think you are? We're the last thing you're gonna see before the lights go out, peasant. Let's dance. The shinies or lumas. Yup. Ooh, new music. I like that. 1 out of 9,000 chance for color alts. Also, thank you, Verisok, for the 500 bits. Thank you. Okay. Should nuke the Calibus. No? I thought that was weak to it. Ooh. Uh-oh. Well, there they both go. Aha! Chain lightning! Thank you, Janky. Okay, pair of birds. Bit of an issue. Do Psywave. We could try and tough it out with Janky, but I think that's a bad idea. I'm going to try going Ares for a bit. He's probably going to get it wrecked too, but worth a shot just to soak some EXP. Or barring that, hits. Okay, that knocks that out. Music for these guys is pretty dang good. Okay. Nyx is definitely taking some hits. Let's switch Nyx out for gas bag? Gas bag. That's earth type. That's probably just scratch. Not the strongest. Why is this game an MMO? It looks like a good single-player game. So why is it an MMO? I think it's because, from like a market perspective, people have been begging Game Freak to make an MMO forever. And so, by making an MMO, they get a lot more people interested. Personally, I think it should be a single-player game with like optional MMO stuff, but oh well. I might fall, but Clan Belsoto prevails. Man, you should probably not advertise that. Alright, well, back up for healing. This is going to be normal. Personally, I have a low interest in exact MMO mechanics, but I mean, it's fine. Uh-oh. I might zap Nyx. Yep, there goes Nyx. Or... I just wiped the whole party. Whoops. What a denial. Oh, that's a goof. Turn on a server option to go from single player to MMO would make it a lot more fun for a lot of people. Oh yeah, that'd be huge for me, and it would have saved them a fair bit of headache in the beginning, because I would gladly play this game full solo and just like completely ignore all of the MMO aspects to it. But at the same time, I will give them credit. This is probably one of the best MMOs I've ever played, if only because it was designed as a single-player game, and then they just like, but also multiplayer. Like, you gotta admit, that's a pretty big draw for a lot of people that are kind of sick of MMOs in general. It's just like, yeah, it's an MMO, but like, we're not adding like any of the really crappy bits. Be good. Go solo, and then online when you beat the game to do the guild battles. Yeah, that would work. Look at that. It's just a shame this fortress has fallen into such a state of disrepair. Can you imagine how grand it must have been? What awe and admiration it must have inspired way back when it was one piece. It's a pity. It is, but little is achieved by lamenting it. One day I hope to restore this lordly citadel to its former glory. Man, that would be really cool if you could actually restore this place. Ooh, can be sold. Bits of silicon. This is the best MMO when Classic is out. Feels bad, man. I actually really do not like WoW Classic. I did my time on Classic and Burning Crusade when they were normal. And I know a lot of people have really fond memories of WoW Classic, but like, freaking I don't enjoy them. It's just a lot of slow content. I mean, this is still kind of slow, but this is about the same pacing that I'd expect from a regular Pokemon game, tuned up slightly more to appeal to adults. And for me, that's actually kind of big. Like, I like MMOs that are not meant to, or that are not, like, made to keep you there forever. Like, this very much is going to be one of those games that, like, most of the player base will dry out in, like, you know, a month. And that's actually fine. Because it doesn't need to have people, you know, consistently playing it. And, you know, 5 years from now, sure, maybe the guild battles will still be this, like, big draw, but you're not going to have, like, a bunch of people being like, man, the game's dead, there's no one to play with anymore. And it's like, nah, it just doesn't even matter. You, run upstairs and tell her. What the? Oh. Let's switch Nyx out for Janky. No, Aries. No, Aries. Farewell, Aries. Let's just grab him. Not DC Beam. Chain Lightning. I think all of these barely do damage to the Barnchies. That's okay. Freaking wrecked glass as well. Damn. Security breach. Send reinforcements. Well, I'm just gonna switch the... Oh, right. Other thing I can do. I keep forgetting about this. I do have the Tempessence file. Now, we could run in circles for a bit and level scale. I might want to do that, just for a little while. It'd be nice if there was somebody around here that just refilled the Tempessence vial. But yeah, we might as well get Nyx up to a reasonable level, and Ares equally so. But now, I don't know. I've just kind of fallen off the MMO track. I guess also, just in terms of World of Warcraft, I actually rather like modern WoW. Hell to Anger. Ooh, that's a good one. I mean, obviously, it takes a little while. I like modern WoW. There's obviously a lot wrong with it, but it's infinitely more accessible to me. I think part of it is because I'm not super interested in the, I'm not super interested in the, like, the old, like, forced community that WoW Classic required to get anywhere. Because for me, I've already got several communities that I've kind of built and am part of. And, well, I would definitely like to be part of, like, I would very much like to actually try and recruit a bunch of streamers and stuff just into a Discord. Not for anything specific, but just because, like, I don't have a peer group to talk to beyond Stumped. Don't say anymore, I like you too much, don't break my heart. I mean, truly my interest in modern WoW is mostly face value of just kind of like, it's a lot easier for me to get through the available content without being like, oh god, I have to actually work. Because I don't really play MMOs to put effort in. And so any amount of extra, it makes me immediately lose interest. Because we were talking about this earlier about being absolutely spoiled for choice, and that is actually a serious problem for me. Is that I have so many games. I mean, today alone I've received... Oh, shit. Alright, whatever. No unauthorized locals. Who the heck are you, and what are you doing here? I'm Wanderbot, and I'm going to beat you. Or, I have new orders from the boss. Huh? Which ones? Give me all your Temtem. We'll see about that. Yeah, it's not called grind because it's fun. And that's my issue, is that, like, the older I get, the more grind actually, like, has a very negative reaction for me. Let's see. So, energy manipulation on... Yeah, probably a Swally. Doesn't really matter. And we want to switch full jacket. Let's see. But, like, I received 5 new games today. 3 of which look amazing. 1 of which looks like hot garbage. And the one that looks like hot garbage... You know what? Whatever. That's fine. And so, like... Of those 3... One of them, Journey to the Savage Planet, I will absolutely be playing. And Kunai. And Streets of Rage 4? Is it 3 or 4? I don't know. There's also Sky Cannoneer, which admittedly looks like a mobile game. Not as interested in that one. Arietta of Spirits, which is only a demo, but actually looks pretty dang good. And then there's Black Skylands, which is like... They say Bioshock Infinite meets Enter the Gungeon, but it looks really cool. And that's a new tiny build game and stuff like that. And so it's actually really difficult for me to say, like, yeah, man, I would... I'm super... Okay, what is this? 3 times clockwise. Ooh, they made that a lot riskier. Oh, we might as well do Psywave. And DC Beam. Yeah, Chain Lightning I think used to only hit 2, but now guaranteed hits one of your party members. Oh, that's risky. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really have too much here. We're just gonna zap him. Let's see. Nesla is the best Chain Lightning user because it heals from electricity. Ooh. Fortunately, I don't know where to get Nesla. I'm assuming that's a later creature. Judging by that, it's water-based. I think I already knew about that. Let's see. We hit the Kaku particularly well. Do we just... Yeah, let's try and go for the kill. Oh. Immediately, this means Janky's not going to do a whole lot of damage to Pick a Peck, but that's okay. And Nesla's a 5% find rate. I mean, that's not the end of the world. I can kind of wrap that into grinding. Let's see. I could rest, but let's just switch to Ares. Ares got a lot tougher real quick. And this should be a good opportunity for him to get a bit of EXP. Okay, let's see. What was I going to say? Right, grinding in new games and so on and so forth. But yeah, anytime I reach a certain point in a game where it's just like, man, you just need to do a bunch of grinding to make it anywhere, I start losing interest. With games like Temtem, at least, I can kind of just say, like, yeah, it's fine, I'm making a little bit of progress, and it's an opportunity for me to just kick back and talk. But the grind, usually in these games, is like 10 minutes long. Maybe an hour tops. Whereas, let's see. I was trying to play modern WoW. It's weird that I actually have to clarify this at this point, but whatever. But I was trying to play modern WoW, and I remember very specifically, I wanted to level my paladin up because I had mained paladin in Pandaria, but you know, then a new expansion had come out, and I decided I'm gonna try something new instead this time around, which honestly worked out fine. The problem was trying to go from, was it 90, trying to get a character from 90 to 120 is honestly kind of hellish after a certain point. Like, it easily takes like 10, 15, 20 hours if you're not like peak gameplaying through anything just to get out of like the content doldrums and back to like modern stuff, and even then it takes a while. And that actually sucks for me because I don't really enjoy that. I'd much rather have kind of the equivalent of, yeah, Final Fantasy XIV, where you just have one character that can switch classes. But I think you still have to level the classes accordingly, but at least it's, like, still one tune. But yeah, so I just got into the middle of Battle for Azeroth. Battle for Azeroth? No, it wasn't Battle for Azeroth. It was... Yeah, it was whatever the one before Legion was. That was the one that I just, like, totally checked out during. It actually was fairly stylish, and I kind of liked it. But it was still just kind of like, I'm just kind of here to grind, I guess. Let's see. Grinding made me leave Warframe. Made me leave Warframe too. There's a reason why, like, I've barely touched it, which makes me a bit sad, because I actually rather like Warframe. It's just like, I just have no motivation to do the index ever again, and I kind of need to. Because that's the only way for me to progress at this point, is to make more money, and that sucks. So wonder you don't want to take time to level. Not really, no. I'd actually rather things be a complete flat curve, and just everything is either tied up in interesting gear, or... I have no idea. Again, I know nothing about... Oh, it's you, Wanderbot. Finally some luck. Sophia, what are you doing here? I was relaxing here after doing some surfing, and then this woman appears, with their whole entourage of minions, asking weird questions about some hidden treasure. And then all of a sudden they ganged up on me and threw me in the cell here. I heard her minions call her Lady Lottie. I have no idea who she is, but this is intolerable. She must be somewhere on the upper floors. She has her people searching the whole Windward Fort for that treasure she keeps going on about. She must have the key to this cage. You have to obtain it somehow, and get me out of here. And careful with that Lady Lottie. She knows her Temtem very well. But no, time to level just means time spent doing the same thing over and over again. 90% of the time. Because, like... That's a good example. I guess the easiest thing I can actually think of is most recently with the, with Pokemon Sword and Shield. Everybody was super upset about the whole, like, EXP share situation. But, like, I just switched out my Pokemon left and right. Never really felt like I was, under-leveled. Nor did I really generally feel like I was over-leveled. The only way that you really get over-leveled in that game, from my experience, was when you were, was if and when you started using the like, big Poke Raid, EXP gems. Candies, to, like, really crank your level up after the fact. And so, yeah, I did that and got a level 90 Snom, which is hilarious. But, like, I have to say, I really enjoyed that because, yeah, I didn't really just spend a bunch of time fighting a bunch of scale over and over and over again, because I gotta get my own scale up to an appropriate level, because otherwise it's just gonna get absolutely skunked by the boss. Pun intended.